All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another 49ers live mock draft. And if you haven't done one of these with us before, let me catch you up to speed. So, how this is going to play out is you are picking the next 49ers 7-round mock draft, not me. Oh, no, not me. I'm just driving the bus. You guys are going to be the ones who are going to be picking. So, typically, this is how we do it. When we get to our selection, we look at the board, we look at who is drafted in front of us. I will open up to the chat who you guys want to draft. And so the most popular options in the chat will then be shifted over to a poll on YouTube. Some of you guys might be watching on Facebook. So if you want to get involved in the voting process, you can vote on YouTube. There will be a poll, and we will do a 30-second timer on the poll. And the most votes is who we select. So that's how it's going to work. And that's how we are going to do our 49ers live mock draft picked by you guys. So obviously, this is an episode that will require your feedback and your opinions. So let's get into it all right now. Let me know if we can get to 100 likes on this video. Smash that like button, drop an SDS in the chat, and let's do some live mocking, shall we? Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see it. What is going down, sourdough squad? Good to see the SDS in the building. I know Hendrix is hyped for the live mock. He's been asking for it for a while now. So we're going to get right into it. And again, this mock draft is selected by you, not me. You. I'm just kind of setting it up for you. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. We're going to be using PFF's mock draft simulator. You know, I'm gonna say quickly before we go on, I'm not loving their rankings right now. I think their rankings are not ideal. If you see right here, I actually have to put the little slider here towards public, because if I put it at, let's say, this mock draft going solely off the PFF board, Cam Ward is available until like the mid first round. So I have to go public board. I'm just not in love with their rankings right now. They really need to update it. And we're going to go from there. But as you can see, I tilted the scale for care for positional values. So that should hopefully weight things a little bit more accurately, draft for needs as well. And randomness, we'll see. So it's going to be a 7-round mock draft as picked by you in the chat. And so no trades, because trades are too difficult, but I am moving towards team trade back. That's for sure. But let's get into this mock and let's see how you guys execute this. So if we just look quickly at the top 10, Cam Ward goes number 1 to Tennessee. This is starting to feel like a lock at this point after seeing Cam Ward at his pro day and seeing kind of how the Tennessee Titans appear to be very interested in him. That does seem like a potential option. They have Travis Hunter going second, which I don't think would happen. It would be Abdul Carter. And then at New York Giants 2-3 is where things will start to get squirrely. We don't know how it will ultimately end up, whether that's going to be Shador Sanders. I think 49er fans would hope it's going to be Shador Sanders at number 3, because as we know, that would push the talent down, which is hopefully what we want. But you got Will Campbell, first tackle off the board, at 4, Mason Graham at 5, Armand Membo at 6, Tyler Warren at 7, Tet McMillan at 8, Ashton Genty at 9, and Jade Barron at number 10. So let's take a look at the available board. So I'm just going to kind of scroll through. I mean, again, it's why this is such a prime trade back spot. I mean, PFF has finally bumped up Jalen Walker to 28. They had him in the 40s, I think, before. So Jalen Walker seems like he could be a potential here. I know some people like Michael Williams as a potential at 11. You've got the defensive tackles, Derek Harmon. You've got where did he go? Walter Nolan. You have Kenneth Grant, and you can go edge, James Pierce, Mike Green. So those are your options. So what you're going to do in the chat is you're going to drop the name of the prospect that you want to see in the first round. Dark Lord says trade back. I agree. This is a prime trade back spot. But for the sake of this live mock draft, we aren't going to do trade backs. So drop the names that you want. So far, I see James Pierce. I see. Let's see. Looks like Jihad Campbell. I'm going to add Jalen Walker out of Georgia. And I have seen a couple Mike Greens. Mike Green had a great showing today at his pro day, showing off his elite speed that he has coming off the edge. So far, we have pretty much edge linebacker. Jalen Walker's a hybrid off-ball linebacker / edge. He might play edge at the next level. I think if the 49ers were drafting him, they would probably draft him to be an edge. But yeah, so far the chat is one edge. So hey, this is your mock draft, not mine. So let's see. All right, I'm just doing a quick look. Yeah, it seems to be mostly edge. So we're going to start the poll. And now you get 30 seconds to vote. You're going to get a little extra time because I haven't got my timer ready. So go vote now. Vote now. Timer is officially started. And let's see. Early lead is Mike Green. Kind of surprising, not going to lie. Mike Green currently has 47% of the votes. Wow. All right. Now, Jihad Campbell is in second place with 26% of the votes. Oh. Interesting. And Mike brings up a good point. So I did more research on this today because I'm really trying to figure out like what these character concerns are. So he has two SA allegations, one from high school, one from college, but I can't find anything other than allegation. That's all that comes across, is that allegedly, I mean, obviously having two of those hanging over your head isn't a good trend to have. Um, but I can't find, I've been having a hard time finding more information um, on it. So there's nothing that I can see that is confirmed. But again, we understand it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. So, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. In the mock draft. That's why if you want to be able to get in here and vote on this, you are driving the train. So our first vote goes to Mike Green. The player is definitely fantastic, but I know there are some questions about the off field. Obviously, teams that have robust, uh, comprehensive situation would be able to determine that. So we'll see. I feel like I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But let's move on to round two. We're already getting a call for a redo. Well, you let me know. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. If you type in redo, we can redo that pick, but that's up to you. I can understand people not having some of that information. It could be enough for teams to be like, you know what, we're not even going to mess with that situation. Oh, that's a good idea, Chili. He says do a poll. Good idea. We're a democracy here. All right, redo pick 11. Keep. Start poll. All right. The votes are coming in. Ooh. 70% say redo pick 11. 30% say keep. All right. That's good enough. Ooh. I think I think we can all understand that there is a sensitivity regarding off-field issues regarding the San Francisco 49ers. They have taken their shots on character guys, maybe questionable. I think someone said in the chat Reuben Foster. So, I think they've completely flushed that out where they might not take anyone with any form of character concern. So, let's just redo that. Let's redo that, shall we? So, we got new information. The gas mask video just dropped, and the 49ers still have a chance to hurry up and switch who they wanted. So, some late developing draft day news just dropped, and the 49ers make a pivot they stick true to their board. I'm seeing people mention Membo. I'm going with some other options that were similar. So I'm replacing green with Membo. Dark Lord's calling for it. Since he dropped a super chat for it, he absolutely is going to get it. All right, so we're going to drop it in the chat. I'm actually going to give you guys 45 seconds because I kind of want to see it play out a little bit more. We're going to go 45 seconds on the clock. Get ready. Get set. Vote. Who is going to be the pick? Oh, this changes things because since we reset the draft, Membo becomes available in this version. Genty goes higher. Shadur, that's the difference. Shadur, see, that's why we want Shadur to go in the top 10. Because if he goes in the top 10, he's going to bump someone out. And the guy that he bumped out in this mock was Armand Membo. Oh, I didn't even start the timer. You guys are lucky. All right, so looking at the chat, it looks like a pretty solid swing towards Armand Membo. How big is Membo? He's got some size, if I'm not mistaken. He's about 6'4", I think. 6'3". He's probably closer to 6'4", I would assume. 6'4", 314, not even 21 years old yet. Can't even legally have a drink. So according to the chat, we have 62 votes on the poll. Armand Membo, 65 with the win. So as a result of our democratic system, the San Francisco 49ers at pick 11 select Mizzou offensive tackle Armand Membo. Now, honestly, the 49ers would be getting I'm really struggling with who I like more, Will Campbell or Armand Membo. I was first to Will Campbell, but Armand Membo's tape really stood out to me. He's very fast. He has great technique. He plays a little high, but so does Campbell. They have similar things that they need to work on, but Membo's technique is next level, whereas Campbell's power is on a different level than Membo's. So I typically go technique over power. So that's why I'm really struggling with it. But I love the pick. If the 49ers came away with Membo at 11, that would be huge. So drop your next options in round 2 in the chat. Let's take a quick snapshot of who went right before. In the round 2, we had Connerly go at 33, TJ Sanders at 34, Jack Beck at 35, Alec Ailmanor at pick 36. I think John Lynch just fell to his knees in a target. Derek Harmon at pick 37. Some have him going as high as 11. So that's quite the gap. Patriots take edge. Trey Amos to the Bears. Landon Jackson. Nick Emanwuri at 42. So that's going to push a lot of quality players down. So I saw one right out the gate. I saw Hairston. So we're going to go again. See, this is the tricky part with doing these mocks is if you go Membo, whose offensive line in the first, it gets tricky with the defensive line because a lot of the, I think, pretty good defensive line kind of fall in. Like, I like Omar Norman a lot, but if this was our board and he was at 61, that would be a reach to take him at 43. So would the 49ers drop back in that scenario, or would they just wait until they're back on the clock at pick 75 and hope he slides? So this is one of the challenges with taking an offensive lineman early, is that it's not, at least according to this board by PFF, it's not the most ideal situation for defensive line. So just keep that in mind. Asking for DT, this, where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? How do I pick? Where's my little drop down bar for selecting defensive tackles? How dare they? Did they remove that? Or am I tripping? Oh, it's right here. I am tripping. These are your defensive linemen, again, based on ranking 55, 61, 69. We go edge, 44 for Princely. Braden Swinson, 47. JT, 51. So it's a weird value for defensive tackles. It's really weird value. Yes, PFF has terrible rankings. I concur. I don't like any of these rankings. So let's see. Let's reset this. Let's reset names. So drop the names of who you guys want to see in the second round. This is a quick snapshot of who's available. If you want to go and look at the top edge and defensive lineman available. But so far, I have Maxwell Hairston. I need 3 other names. So drop them in the chat. Most popular ones get added. Oh, I'm seeing Jaden Higgins. So we got a wide receiver thrown into the mix. Oh, boy. So I'm seeing multiple Watts. I can see that Detail wants his draft crush Benjamin Morrison in there. I'm seeing Scattaboo. I'm not seeing a lot of defensive linemen, though. I've seen a couple Princeleys, so I'm gonna add. I guess Princely's gonna be our lone defensive lineman. But again, keep in mind, based on these rankings, there are actually really good edge players who are going to be available in like the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round. So just keep that in mind. That's what I'm saying, man. It's when you mess with these PFF rankings, the draft shakes out weird. All right. I'm seeing a couple JTs. All right. I'm gonna get them in there. Well, I'm gonna get 2 defensive linemen. They're both edge. Don't even try to get me to pronounce JT's name. All right. The poll is going live in 3, 2, 1. Vote. Your options based on the chat are Maxwell Harrison, Jaden Higgins, wide receiver, Princely, Ole Miss defensive end, JT, Ohio State. JT had like 14 sacks, I think, last year. "15 sacks, excuse me." He's good size. He just doesn't seem particularly explosive. But he could be he reminds me of like an inside out type of defensive end. Oh, I gotta pay attention. I can see the confliction in the chat. This is a glimpse of how the war room will be with the San Francisco 49ers. They're just going to be yelling at each other. You're going to have one faction of the front office banging the table for a defensive lineman, the other banging the table for a wide receiver. It is going to be pure chaos. So the winner is Princely, defensive end, 31%. All right. We're off and running, ladies and gentlemen. We now move to the third round. 49ers. Hey, they address the edges, people. I don't want to hear any complaining from anyone here, because all I have heard for the last 4 years is that the 49ers need to build the trenches. And here you go. You got Armand Membo, arguably the best offensive tackle in the draft, and you got Princely. Again, not even going to try to say his last name. He has some upside. I think at that value, I would punt on Princely. I think I took Princely in mock draft 2.0. I think I would punt and go somewhere else. But we're on to the next. I see a lot of CJ West. So I'm glad to see the chat is definitive on this. DT CJ West. I'm going to start adding the positions just so we can see that. All right. So CJ West has been added. I need new names. 3 more names. Might not even need to add any other ones because that's all I've seen so far. Jordan Phillips is a solid option if we want to go DT. Honestly, I don't think going third round IDL is a bad thing. I think you could still get someone solid. Kind of like what we're doing. There might be hope for this mock draft after all. Don't give up hope yet. All right, so we got 2 defensive tackles. Chris Poo Paul, went right ahead. He's a guy that I've mocked to the 49ers a couple times in my own mocks that I haven't posted. There's still some edge available. Oh, we have some breaking news. The Giants and Russell Wilson are working on a deal bringing the 10-time Pro Bowl quarterback to New York. Russell Wilson. Ooh, I don't like that. We're gonna go a little. I don't like that because again, we wanted Shador to go in the top 10. That might have been an option. It's not an option anymore. The New York Giants signing a 1-year deal for Russell Wilson. 1-year deal worth up to $21 million, including $10.5 million guaranteed. That's actually a pretty solid deal for Russell Wilson. All things considered for the old man. Wow. So where's Aaron Rodgers going to play? What teams are because is it the Steelers? Is he going to the Steelers? Man, that's crazy. All right, so if you're just joining, we had some breaking news kind of disrupted our mock draft. Russell Wilson, old friend of the NFC West, has signed with the New York Football Giants. Wow. That's pretty solid, I guess. Oh, that's right. I forgot. The New York Giants also signed Jameis Winston. Wow. So you're going to have a quarterback room of Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, and Tommy DeVito. Wow. Talk about having 3 characters in your quarterback room. Oh boy. All right, let's get back. We're back on track. Something tells me we're going to redeem ourselves on this mock draft later on. Don't you worry. I've seen people say tight end Terrence Ferguson. Remember, the best way to have your voice heard is be loud and make your players known in the chat. And then also don't forget to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm gonna throw in Jared Wilson. We just got one right there at the buzzer too. All right, get ready to vote. Starting now. You guys are officially on the clock for our 75th overall pick this is our followers mock, subscriber mock 2.0. You guys have 25 seconds remaining. Ooh, kind of close. CJ West currently in the lead with 46% of the votes. Jordan Phillips not too far behind with 26%, fluctuating to 29%. Jared Wilson also in consideration as well. But CJ West, is able to hold on. It was a tough race between CJ West and Jordan Phillips. I think you can't go wrong really with either one of those guys. I like both CJ West and Jordan Phillips for very similar reasons. But I think if CJ West is number 1 on your board out of those two, you easily go CJ West. All right, so let's take a look. We may have salvaged our mock a little bit. It was starting to go sideways on us, but we come away with Membo, who's a great pick. Can't argue that. Princely, we'll see. We'll see if that's a good pick. But we did get CJ West. So we did get a guy who instantly plugs into a massive role for the 49ers. So let's take a look who's available here at pick 100. This is an important pick. Lathan Ransom is available. Charles Grant, I don't know if they already went tackle, so I don't think they're going to go again. See, like guys like right here, this is why I love this range. I love David Walker, edge out of Central Arkansas, but I don't know if we're going to double up on edge. You got Sebastian Castro, Harold Fannin Jr., if you want to go with a very productive receiving tight end. Dorian Strong at cornerback. You go big body Deion Walker. Dude's like 6'7", 6'8". He's a beast. You got Jeffrey Bassa if we want to go linebacker, try to get that weak side linebacker shored up. My boy, Femi Oladejo, chilling. I know Justin's hyped after seeing Ashton Galoti run test extremely well. Aeneas Peebles, big fan of Peebles. Kobe Bryant. See, like this is like the money spot. Like in this group of players, I think there's going to be some really solid options. So I can already see that we are going to go Jeffrey Bassa as one of the first options. So we are going to go LB. I'm just going to do last name. Bassa. I see people saying Fannin. So I'm going to do Fannin. He is a huge producer from the tight end position. I think he had 1,500 over 1,500 receiving yards at tight end last year. People want Oladejo. Oh, the people want Oladejo. Okay, we see the people. People of culture. I honestly think he would be such a Oladejo is like the poor man's Jalen Walker. He could play off ball linebacker if we needed to. I think he'll be best at edge at the next level. All right, see, Johnny knows. He was a part of the experience. We witnessed this experience together. The Senior Bowl was the Oladejo experience. I'm seeing David Walker. That is a good point. This is a great point by Hendricks. Is Femi could be available at 113. Keep that in mind. We're playing the board a little bit. That's a great point. Remember, we're only separated by 13 picks here. Only separated by 13 picks. So there's a good chance Oladejo will be available. Just keep that in mind. All right, I'm going to throw up one more name. I've been seeing people put David Walker. No, let's go with a different position. I'm going to go with Strong. I'm going to go with a different position. Gives us some options. And keep in mind, we're on the board in 13 picks. So a guy like Oladejo, keep that in mind. Oladejo could definitely be available when we're next up. So ready, set, go. All right. The poll is up. You have 45 seconds to make your selection. Bassa coming out strong, 46% of the votes. Fannin in second with 22%. Oladejo with 21. Strong bringing up the rear with 12. All right. We're closing in on 10 seconds left to vote. Get your votes in. 39%. Oh. And the San Francisco 49ers select linebacker Jeffrey Bassa at pick 100. All right. I think and look at that. Oh no, we lost Olade. We lost Oladejo. No. No. Oh, you Saints. You stinking ain'ts. Oh, they thwarted our plan. They sniped us. They sniped us. However, you still have some good options. I do see. I'm very upset with the Saints right now, though, because that would have been, we would have been cooking. But all right, let me get the board. Let me show you the options. David Walker's still available. Ooh, Kobe Bryant still available. Sanker, Galoti, Fannin. Dude, there's some options. Noel Williams. See, the 49ers need to like live in the top 100. I think most of these guys will kind of be bumped into the top 100, but it's a deep class. It's a good middle round class. This is a great class to have multiple third round picks, second and third round picks for sure. All right, I'm going to start at the top. Let's see. So Fannin was in the last one, so I'm going to automatically move him over because he's still on the board. So we got Fannin at tight end. People are asking for DTs. I'll throw up the DTs really quick while I look at the chat. Defensive tackle. Ooh, JJ Paguas. Simeon Barrow, not a bad option either. I like Junior Tafuna, but he can definitely be had later. Ty Robinson shouldn't be this low. But basically, JJ is probably the only guy based on the board that makes sense. Peebles, I believe, is gone. Yeah, Peebles went. I'm a big fan of Peebles. He would be fun to have. So let's see. I see some David Walker. So we're going to throw in Walker, DN, David Walker. I see Bryant. If you've never seen Kobe Bryant play, think of a little bit lighter Renardo Green with better ball skills. So I'm throwing Kobe Bryant. I need one more. So I got Fannin, Walker, Bryant. I need one more. Who am I missing that deserves to be in here? Tootin? Tootin's there. Rootin' Tootin' Cowboy. He's right there. Mike says, let me see those RBs. Ooh, Jadon Blue ran something crazy today. I think Blue was like a 4.25 40 today. He went nuts. He's like a 4.33 guy. Rashad Smith is solid. Dude, there's so many good running backs in this class. It's not even funny. Do we go blue? Do we go with the 40 hype from today? Justin says, give me Galoti. Oh, I see some Noel Williams. Eric Crocker. Let's throw Eric Crocker into the mix. Because there is a deep we're deep at running back, I'm throwing another cornerback into the mix. All right. It's time. It's time to vote. Keep in mind, we're on the clock at 1:38. I'm making the executive decision that if we want running back, we're going to get running back at the back of the fourth round. That's my executive decision. And we are going to go now. So the poll is live with your fourth options for who the San Francisco 49ers are going to select at pick 113. Let me get the timer up. You get a little extra time. All right out the gate, we got Kobe Bryant. Let's go. Elite name. Honestly, a little bit surprised he's going ahead of Harold Fannin Jr. at the moment. David Walker being left to the wayside. Cornerback Noel Williams not getting much love. The All-American out of Cal also is a good returner as well. It seems like this is a runaway pick. And to be honest, I'm not too mad at it. So, based on the vote from the people, the San Francisco 49ers have selected cornerback Kobe Bryant, Kansas. All right, let's see how we're stacking real quick before we look at the board. I mean, we're not doing too bad. We got Bassa, we got Wes. I don't know. I'm not in love with the second round pick, but other than that, I think we're pretty solid here. All right. Well, I'm seeing a lot of Savion Jones. So he's already been put into the mix. Savion Jones. All right. Let's see what some skill positions are looking like right about now. Let's go wide receiver. Oh boy. So still some good running backs. I like Rashad Smith. I don't know if he's a 49ers running back. Their style. I like Jarquez. I don't know if he's their style. Trevor Etienne. But you got some interesting wide receiver prospects here. You've got Nick Nash right down the street, Triple Crown guy, huge producer at San Jose State. Kyle Williams, who I know 49er fans can't stand the name, but he's good. Like he is. He is good. Like he's solid. 70 receptions, nearly 1,200 receiving yards, 14 touchdowns. Oh, more breaking news. Free agent wide receiver Stephon Diggs has reached agreement with the Sanford. I'm just kidding. He's reached an agreement. Oh my God. With the New England Patriots? Oh my God. 3 years, $69 million deal. Nice. Including $26 million guaranteed. Ooh. Boy. Sorry, guys. That's a 3-year deal for Stephon Diggs. $69 million. Wow, 26 million guaranteed coming off a torn ACL. Holy Christ. Dude, Stephon Diggs tore his ACL 9 days after Brandon Ayuk, and he lands that is insane money. Wow. Congratulations, Patriots. I would not have done that, but I guess they needed a wide receiver. Whoo, boy. Man, the Patriots wanted BA so bad last year. Also, too, it's funny. The Patriots are one of the teams that have reportedly traded for Brandon Ayuk like 5 times this offseason. So apparently that's not happening. Oh boy, we've had two big moves go down on stream. We have 2 big moves. Stephon Diggs to the Patriots. That takes care of any Brandon Ayuk rumors to New England. And then we have Russell Wilson going to the Giants, which probably takes Shedeur Sanders off the board. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh boy. All right. So let's get back to our mock. Let's focus. A lot of squirrels going on in this mock draft today. A lot of squirrels. All right. So on the board, I've got Savion Jones. That's it. Who else do we want? Do we want a tight end? Do we want a running back? Do we want to go guard? Ooh, more edge. More D line. Wide receiver. Dare we go quarterback? All right. So reset, drop the names in the chat. Focus on people. All right. I mean, I am not opposed to Kyle Williams. At least we know he can't take number 10. All right. All right. So I got 2 more spots available. Someone wants safety, Billy Bowman. Okay. We don't have a safety selected yet. So I'll throw him in there. I'll throw in Billy. And I mean, Simeon Barrow, he's like kind of same mold as like Jordan Phillips, CJ West type. Or we can go running back I told you we're kicking the running back can down the curb. Do we go with Aponte's guy, Trevor Etienne? Do we go with Brashard Smith? I mean, big time producer. Big time producer. Let me see. Let me see the chat. I just need one more name. You're not the only one, pal. I can't stand him either. All right, I've seen enough. I've seen a couple. We're gonna throw the running back. They want Trevor Etienne. I think I spelled it. All right. The voting has begun. Drop your options into the chat. I think I missed some super chats. I apologize for that. We got if we get Higgins and Membo, would be deadly. Yeah. I think it would be interesting. Draft auto fail, D line somehow worse than last season. Well, yes, I mean when you release three of your four starting offensive linemen or defensive linemen, it's hard to get better at the defensive line when that occurs. But in this particular mock draft, we have Savion Jones coming in with a pretty commanding win to be the 49ers pick. So one of the things I like about Jones is he's kind of like a hybrid defensive tackle, in my opinion. Like I think he can play the inside out role. He can 6'6", 280. He can play the big end. He can kick inside and rush on the interior. So I don't mind this. I really don't. Like, especially in this range, to be able to get a guy who can play both defensive tackle and edge. It's kind of like we're building a defensive line of a bunch of Yetur Gross-Matos and Charles Omenihu 2.0s. But yeah, not too bad. Let's see who goes off the board right in front of us. All right. We got a couple picks left. We've done a pretty good job with addressing the defensive side of the football. We've gone tackle, edge, D line, linebacker, cornerback, edge. Where do we go from here? I see Luke Kandra getting a vote of confidence. This fifth round could be a great spot. This would be a place where I would be looking at Jackson Slater for sure. I see tight end getting spammed. Again, Simeon is an interesting one. 7 sacks, 21 quarterback hurries. You look at the hurries, it's something he's been pretty good at throughout his career. 6'3", 290 pounds. He's kind of like a DJ Jones. Not as squatty, but he's there. You could go. Oh, Kyle Williams is still on the board. So since he was available as an option, I will put him back up. So we're going to add Kyle Williams. I still see Trevor Etienne. So I'm going to throw him back up. because he was just an option. Then we're going to do who else? I'm seeing some Simeon. All right, DT Simeon Barrow. All right, your options are here. Now vote. So the 49ers are on the clock at 147. They will be back on the clock at 160. So not too far off. There are still some decent options available. Let's look at the votes. Ooh. Barrow taking the lead here. Ooh, it's getting a little close though. Kandra 25%, Kyle Williams 22%, Simeon with 36% of the votes. Let's see how this shakes out. This one's actually pretty even. Ooh. Ooh, it's getting close. All right, because it's getting close, I'm going to add another 30 seconds. Ooh, it's really close. We got 2% separation between Kandra and Simeon Barrow. All right. Someone's gotta Oh, we got a tie. We got a tie now. Hurry up. Vote. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. We need a tiebreaker. Oh, and oh, that's like our first come from behind victory that we've gotten in the chat. It was looking like we were going defensive tackle, and then Kandra sneaks in for the win. It's too late. We called it. Kandra was the leader. Wow. That's a first on the subscriber mock draft. I like that. It's intense. See, you know what we really need is we need like hundreds of people voting so we can really, really get intense with seeing these votes get swung. All right, so we're on the clock at 160. So you got guys like Nick Nash available. I mean, who did we just go with? We've we've stuck in the trenches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trench players so far in this draft. All right, so just going to show you the board. And now I'm going to look into the chat. What positions? We have no running backs. We have no running backs. We have no tight ends. Honestly, not the end of the world if we don't come out of the draft with either of those positions. Honestly, if McCord was here, I would consider him for sure. I'm seeing wide receiver, tight end. So let's go wide receiver. Let's go tight end. Tesla is an intriguing prospect. What do you mean sign up? Did you just sign me out? The heck? So these are the wide receiver, tight end. I'm gonna throw running backs into the mix. I see some Tesla. All right, we're gonna do Tesla. I'm gonna do Nash. I'm gonna go back to the board. Upton Stout honestly isn't a bad option, but we already did. We went cornerback and safety. Stutzman. I've seen this name thrown around. I actually have not watched him, so I'm not familiar with his game yet. Monagai. And I see we're just gonna make this easy. Stutzman. All right. Vote away. Vote away. But this does feel like a solid round to go. Potential skill position. Let's see what the chat is talking about. Ooh, Nash. Nash coming away with the lead so far. If you're not familiar with Nash, 16 touchdowns, nearly 1,400 receiving yards on 104 receptions, playing for San Jose State. Big time producer, college triple crown guy. Rome hates this mock. Oh, with the winner. It's Nash. Oh, we go with the local kid. Nick Nash, Patty Whack. All right. We got 3 more picks. Where are we going? Ooh. I would be tempted to go here, honestly. I would take him in the 5th round. He is intriguing to me. I watched him in person. He's big. 6'5", 236 pounds. He's like a Darren Waller type of tight end. Oh, I'm seeing Malachi Moore. So we're going to go. I'll do Moore. Do we want to see who's available at running back? We've punted on running back. We know Kyle's taking a running back. Jackson, interesting to me. Mark's interesting. I see Ty Robinson. I don't think Ty Robinson is a 7th round prospect, but here we are. I think Raheem Sanders. I like him. And then who else? Let's do. I'm just gonna add them. See what happens. All right, ready, go, vote, 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 and then on these next two picks, it's just gonna be chat submission. Since we're in the thick of the 7th round. But we have a close race between Moore and Robinson. But it looks like Moore is pulling away 41% of the votes. Robinson cutting a little bit closer, but keeps falling behind. I don't think he's going to be able to catch him. And 5 seconds left. Oh, wow. Maybe I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Oh, we have 2 upsets today. Ooh, see, I like the poll. When the poll comes through at the end, pause. Like I like that. I like how that was Malachi Moore for the entire time until the last 5 seconds. Wow. This is riveting stuff here. Defensive tackle Ty Robinson. He's not going to be there. No, he's not going to be there at all. You're absolutely right about that. He will not be there. Who else? Do we want to go Raheem Sanders here? Raheem Sanders. I think we lost Malachi Moore. I don't think Malachi Moore doesn't strike me as a 7th round prospect either, by the way. Let's see. Drop your names in the chat. I'm gonna go the popular route since we only got 2 picks left. Let's take a look. Oh wait, yeah, 2 picks left. We could probably use. Oh, we've at least done pretty well positionally. Oh, no way. You guys still want a kicker? All right. I'm going to throw some names in a chat. Man, you guys really want a kicker? No, I refuse. No, I refuse. I'm not. It's not an option. I'm sorry. I have too much PTSD now. I tried to convince myself that it was fine. I tried to convince myself that, you know what, franchise kicker. Yeah, that worked out well. That worked out real well. Never again. Never again. Hey, man. Sometimes you got to cope with the decisions that the 49ers make. Sometimes it's just it's a coping mechanism. You're like, all right, well, maybe they are right. Maybe I'm wrong. maybe drafting a kicker in the 3rd round is a good idea. Maybe. No, never a good idea. Ever. So I've added the tight end out of UCLA. I've added Raheem Sanders. Who else do I add? I mean, you guys I see someone asking for Lacey. Lacey has off-field issues. So in the same situation with Green, I am also not going to add him for the same reasons. Nicholas Martin, interesting prospect. Howard Cross, but I think we're good on D line. All right, I'm gonna make you guys vote between these two. Uh, Someone said it, so I'll throw them in. Whatever. Shiloh Sanders. I don't want Shiloh, but I'll add him. There you go. 3 options to choose from. Go. Tight end, running back. 2 Sanders options. Me personally, I'm going Raheem Sanders on this one. The Nick Martin guys should have got in a little sooner. He would be a great pick to wrap up this one. All right, I've seen enough. Raheem Sanders, come on down. You are a San Francisco 49er. Congratulations. Underrated. And do we just wrap it up with the Nicholas Martin pick because we go Bossa, we go Martin? Do we feel good with Nicholas Martin as our last pick in this one? Just so we can put a bow on it? Or do we need to put it up for a vote? You tell me, it's your mock. You want to vote? All right, I'm seeing some votes. So I'm going to throw it up for one last vote. Rome hates this mock draft. he said F. uh let's see. All right, I'm gonna go him. Someone said Weiss. I've honestly never seen him, but I'll add him. Why is my thing signed out? Come on. We'll do. And then we'll do linebacker Nick Martin. And then we're going to do. I'm going to do my guy, Buchanan. Another guy who should not be here. Let me just make sure he is buried. Oh, wait. Did he not? Did he get drafted? No way. Oh, he did. Did they move him up the rankings? After all my constant complaining about how they're tripping? Oh, no, he went 206. Never mind. Normally he's available around this time. All right, here are your options. Teddy went 206 to the Bills. 206 to the Bills. And it looks like Nick Martin is starting to pull out in front. Yep, it's going to be Nick Martin with our Mr. Irrelevant pick for us. And our draft is in. Let's see if PFF is. Oh, that's a first. Wow. PFF always gives me suggestions. Oh, wow, Rome. Oh, PFF likes our mock draft. Armand Membo A plus, Princely A minus, CJ West A. They hated the Jeffrey Bossa pick at 100. Kobe Bryant B plus, Savion Jones B plus, Luke Kandra B plus. Don't like the Nick Nash pick. Ty Robinson a B, crazy. Raheem Sanders C plus, Nicholas Martin C plus. Okay. Okay. All right. I think we pulled it off. Started off a little shaky, but I think we got it back on track. I think we were able to identify a lot of key needs. Tackle, I mean, getting Armand would be huge. He's one of the blue chippers in this class, so that would be huge. Princely, I could go somewhere else. I wouldn't even be opposed to going wide receiver at 43. Or again, 43 is such a hard spot based on these rankings. There's just not a lot of good defensive linemen available in that spot. So it makes it feel like you're reaching, but maybe Omar Norman Lott at 43 could be an option. I love the TJ Sanders pick at 43. CJ West at 75 isn't bad. Jeffrey Bossa, I would say it was the most unanimous pick that we had in the chat. And PFF did not like that one. I'm a fan of Kobe Bryant for sure. Savion Jones, he could play a little inside out, so a little D tackle, a little D end. I'll say this. Oh no, Princely is our speed rusher. Savion's like our big end. Oh, so we did all right. We got Ty Robinson, so we got 4 defensive line. We did all right. We did all right. We did all right. It could have been way worse. Let's be 100% honest with ourselves. It could have been way worse than that. And it was starting like look a little it's like not looking the best. But I think we saved it with some of our later round picks. I think we're okay. I think we did all right. That was all right. I think our first one was better. But I'm not a fan of PFF Simulator right now. Their rankings are not good. It's kind of frustrating. So we might have to switch it up because they need to update their rankings. I don't understand half their rankings. So but hey, if you like the live mocks, make sure you like the video. And again, keep liking the streams, keep popping into them. We'll do them more and more. I kind of like the poll element of it because I kind of like how we had some other guys come through with the win at the last second. So let's do it like this. Maybe Friday. Maybe Friday we'll end the week with another live mock draft. And we will do a different mock draft simulator because I'm honestly tired of PFF's rankings. They don't update them enough. So let's do that. Let's do we'll end the week with a live mock. We'll do a different mock draft simulator. And Yeah, we'll get after it. We'll get after it. Glad you like the polling. Hopefully, we can get more votes on the polls, make it even more fun. But appreciate everyone who tapped in for this one. Smash that like button on your way out. Appreciate y'all. I will see you guys for another live tomorrow. Oh, I guess Kruger and I are going to be doing a dueling mock draft, I think tomorrow morning. So keep an eye on that. I don't know. I think Krug's been doing mocks with other creators. I'm not sure how the setup goes. But I'm gonna just we're gonna wing it. I'm gonna see how it goes. No idea. So appreciate you guys. Smash that like button. And Krug tomorrow, I think I'll be on with Krug at like 10. So we're gonna be streaming to both channels, all that good stuff. So I appreciate you guys. I'm out of here for now. Peace. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see you.